have any training in the healthcare, we advise them to start with the CNA, that's the home health nurse aid training. Then after that, they could go into the phlebotomy EKG.
So some of these can build on each other if they want to just
Yes,
start out, and then if they start working and they like it, they can continue with that, or they can continue with training.
exactly. Yeah. So because when they work as a nurse aide or home health aide, they have the money now. They can go to school
Yeah.
and pay. Yeah. So that's what makes it important for them because they keep their jobs, and the EKG phlebotomy training is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays from 9 to 2, and that is how they can, they schedule the hours for that.
So with that schedule like that, they can still work or something on the side if they want to keep money
Yes,
coming
that
in.
is how it's designed.
Yeah.
So that people can still work and go to school.
Is there a particular set of skills or a background that goes well with any of these trainings, or can anybody come up? And
Anybody can, as long as you have a high school diploma and you can read and write. Like the EKG and phlebotomy, that is a higher level. You need to, be able to know some medical terms before you get in. So that's why we advise them to do CNA first, so
So-
that they'll get into the swing of healthcare.
So the CNA covers the terminology and some of
Exactly,
some of
yeah.
that basic stuff that they
Basic
need to
stuff,
go to the
so,
other ones.
Yeah, yeah. The CNA covers most of the things that you need to know to get into the healthcare and then grow from there. So most CNAs go to become nurses, doctors. Even I've seen a lot of them that come to do the training and use it to go to medical schools, which because it's important for them to know the rudiments of healthcare because that is where it starts.
And I'm interested in the clinical piece. So that's the actual hands-on. So they must have somebody from the hospital or the different employers that you're at that kind of guides the students and lets them.
Yeah, we have the instructor that goes with them. The instructor also have help from the clinical place, employees from the clinical place. Like you have CNAs that are really good, then some nurses that are, that they go around with to learn the ropes. That's why they have to be there for 1 week to make sure that they learn the ropes.
Yeah, and to make sure they like it, right? I'm sure you have sometimes students go through and they say, this
Yeah.
hands-on part is not for me.
Yeah, exactly. What happens is that the first day is always difficult for them because they don't know what they are going to say.
Yeah.
So when they get there, they're like afraid of touching, doing anything. But after the first day, they become, they jump into it, and on the last day, they are like crying because they don't want to leave their
Oh, wow.
residence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Because they make the bond, and then it becomes a difficult thing to leave. And Holy Trinity is good for, with us because they employ majority of our students. Yeah, I would say 90% of the people that work for them as CNAs are our students, old students.
And you have some students who go through the training, and at the end they've said that hands-on piece isn't what they want. They want to work in a different part of healthcare. And I know you had mentioned when Jessica and I went to the
Yes. Yeah. Most people, when they go into the healthcare first, either for the money, and then develop the interest eventually. Some of them do not develop the interest. What they do is they want to work in the healthcare, but in a different field of healthcare. So they are like we worked with Anna Maria to see what they can do about that. So they now developed a program called BSc in Health and Community Services. So what that does is that you do not do hands-on, but you work with individuals, patients, and all that about social issues and all that medical issues.
What are some jobs that they can use this training and then apply it to this bachelor's program from Anna Maria? Like what are some of those types of jobs that are not on the hands-on side of healthcare?
Yeah, there are a lot of people that do not have advocates, like health advocates. Individuals, let's just say an old woman that does not have a relative around, but needs some medical, explanations. So those people are people that could go to their houses, tell them exactly what they could get from healthcare, the
Oh,
insurance,
okay.
and all that. So and they just hold their hand till they get through the maze of healthcare.
Plus, they have that hands-on,
They have the
piece, so
hands-on.
they have that knowledge of what
Yeah,
actually happens when they're
yeah,
there.
exactly. When they do that, also, it doesn't mean that they will not have a hands-on experience. They also go on, to the field as practical, to see what goes on. For instance, if you are taking care of somebody and that person is becomes sick
Yeah.
immediately, so you need to jump in and help the person out. So they should have some elements of hands-on.
And for people that are listening that want to get or watching that want to get involved or sign up for the training, what is there an enrollment period? Can people just walk in the door? What's the process?
Yeah, we have I would say open enrollment. You can come any day and enroll, but we have classes that we schedule. For instance, our CNA morning classes are for 1 month for those that are coming from outside. But for the HIP, that is the one that Jeff, you and Jeff graciously help us to run. That one is for 2.5 months, and after that also we have a follow-up period of 1 year. So those students or graduates are with us for, I would say, 14 months. But for outsiders, they come in, roll, and then go through the program. Morning programs are for 7:30 to 2:30 in the morning, to 2:30 in the afternoon for 1 month, Monday through Friday. Then the afternoon classes are from 5 to 10, and that one is Monday through Thursday for 6 weeks.
And is there any sort of wait list or?
Yeah, like
There's a
now
bit
I
of a-
have people scheduling for September, so April classes.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Well, Lucy, thank you for giving us a couple minutes of your time. We appreciate it. We do
Thank
great
you.
work over there, and it was great to tour the facility with Jessica and see everything that's going on there.
Yeah, great to hear about all the work. Like I said, we certainly
you
hear
very
it
much.
from employers and from program graduates, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jeff, do we have time for a quick game with Dizzy, or?
Let's go for it.
Yeah,
Let's
all
go
right.
for it. That's
So
tradition.
I don't know if you heard with Grace, we do, as a tradition, we do a name the first job of the celebrity. So
Okay.
today we've got Gwen Stefani. Have you?
Well,
Familiar with Gwen
yeah,
Stefani?
yeah, no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. That's right.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
That's right. So
I watched her when she came to the Centrum when I used to work at the
Oh,
Centrum.
so you're a real fan then? Okay. All right.
No, no,
Well,
no.
this should be easy for you then.
I didn't know. Okay, go ahead.
So for Gwen's first job, was she a Dairy Queen worker? Was she a carpet cleaner? Or was she a candle maker? So again, we have Dairy Queen worker, carpet cleaner, or candle maker. You got to picture Gwen doing
very-
these
Yeah,
jobs, right?
very-
yeah, it doesn't matter. But she is a fist, I would say a carpet cleaner.
Ah, that is incorrect.
Oh.
She was actually a Dairy Queen worker.
Ooh.
And actually, you mentioned No Doubt.
Yeah.
The rest of the band were actually Dairy Queen workers
Dairy
as well,
Queen,
and that's
too.
where they started the band No Doubt.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Does the name correspond with anything that they would, No doubt doesn't have
people
anything
used
to
to
do
come
with.
in, order ice cream,
Because
and
the
they'd
brother
say, "You
was
want
a
ice
band.
cream?" And they say, "No Doubt."
Exactly. Isidore, thank you again.
Thank
Great
you
to
very
see
much.
you.
Okay.
Best of luck with the remainder of
Thank
your
you.
sessions with the students over there. From the
All right,
Philstone
good to
School.
see Bob again. Jessica, thank you for coming the other day. All right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Izzy.
Sean.
Hello, this is Bob Zakowski, and I'm inviting you to join me on Saturday and Sunday afternoons for Polka Party from 2 to 4, right here on WCUW Worcester.
All right, well, Bob, it was great to see Isidore and hear about all the great work he's doing with young people. We
Yeah.
also want to chat right now about another program we're doing with young people. Grace had mentioned the Youth Works program and the fact that we've got a program going for young people here during the spring, the winter and spring, for Youth Works, where it includes work readiness training, followed by 7 weeks of subsidized hands-on work experience in the workplace setting. And so we're trying something very new this time. Very new. Sean, can you?
It's
Can
new.
you say it's new for the work readiness training? So the state has actually developed a curriculum, a 20-hour curriculum called Signaling Success, which it goes over a lot of the basics of work readiness skills. And what we were able to do is take that nucleus and really kind of match it with another approach to job training and readiness training that we had learned about from a company down in Australia, of all places. So we have with us today Maria Smith, who's the founder and CEO of Bounce Consulting and the Bounce Work Readiness Training Program. And we're piloting it here in Worcester with the YouthWorks program. And we're the first community in the U.S. to be doing Bounce USA. So welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And so I know it's run a little bit different in Australia, but can you just tell us, maybe give us a flavor for what the Bounce approach is to work readiness training?
Yeah, sure. Look, it really is about the engagement and looking at the life skills or the soft skills that actually, it's that chunk to get people the job they want, but to sustain that job. And a lot of times in job readiness training, it may be the technical side, the resume, the cover letter, and there might be interview tips. But we like to look underneath all of that and look at what's driving that person to make the choices they're making, and perhaps, getting their values aligned to where they want to work, and looking at their belief systems, and just really looking at the career that they want to create. And we call that career gearing. So our approach is holistic. And we look at all the job readiness, employability skills, and then we look underneath that actually creates a model where people are getting employed and staying employed.
Great. And so we ran our first wave, if you will. The first batch had gone through last week, and unfortunately, due to snow and the holiday, we kind of had to cut it down from what we had hoped to be a 5-day program, and with the weather and everything, down to 3.5 days. But it was still amazing to see kind of the results that we had gotten on this work readiness and this approach to it. So, Bob, I think you have a tape of, we did some interviews for that. I want to run just the first clip. This is with Andrea Best, one of the trainers brought over from Australia, who helped train our staff locally on delivering this program. So we're going to go with that interview right now. Okay, we're here with Andrea Best from the Bounce program, all the way up here in Massachusetts from Australia. You came up to help train the trainers and to deliver the initial launch of the program.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Thank you.
Working Lunch.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the Bounce approach to to work readiness training.
Yeah.
And how how it kind of works.
Okay, sure. So how it works is that we have a group of people come in, and in this case, youth. They come in really not sure about what it's all about, not really sure where they're going in life in general with career. We come in and we build what we call the Bounce rapport, and they learn how to build rapport with each other. From there on in, they are open-minded, they're flexible, and they're very open to really great positive suggestions. Then we head down to work out what their values are. Do they know what values are? The values are clearly the driver of, the decisions that they make in their life. And it was just incredible. Once they identified those values, the rest just fell into place.
Yeah, it sounds like they were describing it as both on camera and off, as a life-changing experience.
Oh,
and you're only with them 4 days, which is, a really short
3.5.
amount of 3.5 with the snow that happened this week. You're right. So,
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about your background and how you became involved with Bounce.
Okay, how I came, Bounce, I guess we attract everything that comes to us, don't we? Maria, when I was just chatting
That's
one
the
day.
program's founder, Maria
Yes,
Smith.
Maria
Yep.
Smith, who founded Bounce and has put this amazing content together. She just saw an opportunity where she felt that I would have a lot to offer with my people skills and rapport building skills. My background is corporate, so I come from management within a corporate architectural business.
Yeah.
So rapport building and business is my background.
So
People
how did working with young people here in America compare to working with, I know you work with a variety of people in Australia, but comparing maybe youth to youth, how did the two kind of groups compare?
What we found in America is that they are really looking for opportunity. They are really open to possibility. They don't like where they're sitting right now. They've already identified it. They just don't have the tools on how to get out of there.
Sure.
And how to find that dream, how to reach that career, that they may not even know what that career is.
Yeah.
The difference is in Australia, clearly they get a lot more given to them from the government. To be really honest.
more like.
Yeah, monetary wise. The desperation probably isn't there as much. And in this room and within this group, every single person in this group was looking for change. And do you know what? It's just incredible that this program, Maria, the content in this program is just fail-safe. It is just cannot fail.
Yeah.
Every single person in this room was moved, had shifted and transformed in some way or another.
That's great.
And visibly.
And that's the struggle I think we have is that, in a short-term program like YouthWorks, we're trying to help them shift to have the most success possible in a short amount of time. So to have a program like Bounce, and that's why we're so excited to have Bounce here in the city. A little bit more on a personal level, how have you found Worcester compared to, now you left, it was about 100 degrees back
110.
home, and you come up here to
I was in
snowstorm.
Bathers the day before I
By
left,
the-
swimming.
We're taping this on the 21st of February, and
Yeah.
through the magic of television, and radio, it's going to be on later in the month. But it's been a heck of a week for you with snowstorms and.
It has been, and we've acclimatised, and we're walking to work day and night, back home again, and have loved every second. So
Oh,
thank
that's
you,
great.
Worcester.
So not a lot of snow back home either,
Yeah.
too.
Oh no, up in the mountains, yes.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the guys in here and the other trainers thought that we were mad. We were out skipping in the snow, thinking it was just wonderful. And look at me now, no thermals.
Look at
They're
that.
gone.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to
Thank
us
you,
about the
Jeff.
Bounce program
Thank you
again.
for
We're
the
so
opportunity.
excited. Yeah.
It was seriously is. There is. I.
Well, that was a
have
great
research
interview
programs.
with your trainer, Andrea
Yes.
Best.
Yep.
Right? Oh,
That can
are we
She's
back
still
now?
going.
Yeah.
Single person in the room.
So, and that's your trainer. Boy, what an amazing job she does, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Look, Sharon and Andrew have been incredible, and they're amazing trainers. I wouldn't have brought them out if they weren't. So it's been great. They have loved the experience, and they've been moved and inspired. And it's great to see your trainers now delivering, and the girls are mentoring the trainers now and
Exactly.
seeing the same results.
Speaking of which, so one of our local trainers that have been trained by Andrea and Sharon is Roy Lucas from the Career Center. So I think we have an interview now with Roy that Bob, are you able to cue that up? And again, it's following the week-long training that he had as a trainer. So we're here with Roy Lucas, who's one of the Bounce instructors, one of our new local Bounce instructors. Roy, tell us a little bit about the program and how it differs from other work readiness programs from your perspective.
From my perspective, Jeff, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be a participant. I felt like not only did the young people get so much out of this program, but I found myself totally engaged, and I felt like it was a blessing for me. I got a lot out of it.
Great. It seems like I talked to the young people that were here and both on camera and off camera. A lot of them, even in 4 days, got just an incredible amount of learning. In those 4 days about themselves and about who they are and about how they can move forward in life. So how do you think it's going to help prepare young people versus some of the other programs that we've done? I mean, you've been around youth, workforce development for years.
Yes.
How is